Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Balls.ie Euro 2016 Fan Zone Live in association with Coca-Cola. My name is Mike Trainer. This glum looking chap to my left is Gavin Casey. And we just watched Ireland take a battering at the hands of Belgium.
That's right, Mike. You can get us on the hashtag BallsFanZone, join our Facebook group, all that kind of crack. Sad day for Irish football today. I'm not okay with it. The tone of the show was meant to be lighthearted. That one hurt me deeply.
It was so bleak that we're trying to be positive here, but there was not much positive that we can really take from that game. Right from the start, it was nervy. It was an anxious performance. We looked overawed by the Belgians, which is what Matt Cooper said. He said, playing more hoofball than in Big Jack's time, seemed overawed by the quality of the Belgians. Nail on the head. I mean, we played 33 long balls in the first half, and 32 and a half of them were just mindless. Please, Shane, do something. Like, it was awful.
Yeah, 15 more in the second half as well. It was ugly to watch. Hopeless stuff. Kieran O'Reilly on Twitter, at Kieran_O. He asked a question actually just before halftime. He said, De Bruyne looks like he's from Leitrim. Could we swap him for McCarthy at halftime without anyone noticing? I feel as though, Kieran, the Belgians today might have noticed James McCarthy had he been lodged in their midfield.
It's probably the nicest thing said about James McCarthy on Twitter. Not one of his best performances, but the first goal came straight after halftime. It's a serious trend in this tournament as a whole. I wasn't happy with it because of the mixed martial arts that went down on Shane Long in the Belgian box immediately before. I'm not trying to say that it would have completely changed the game, but I'm saying we could have lasted a bit longer, even given a 1-0 lead if that penalty was given. But I think Richie Sadlier said it best.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with Richie here. He said, yes, this was a mistake by the referee, but let's not get sidetracked by what ifs. Totally outclassed here. Hashtag Coy Big. Listen, it's that referee. He made that decision in 2013, a Champions League game between Manchester United and Real Madrid. Similar offence.
You've seen them given.
I've also seen them not given, and that's the thing. Different rule set for inside the box, outside the box. The contact seemed kind of minimal to me, and we've a habit of making scapegoats of external factors and various figures in major tournaments. I just don't want to go down that line
Let's
again.
Not do
We're
that
outclassed
now.
today.
Let's move on completely. I mean, let's focus on the fans again. And as far as they're concerned, it seems to be that with Belgium, if you can't beat them, join them. Judging by this clip that we found via Soccer AM. So in our last episode, in episode 3, we brought you that fantastic video that everybody's been loving so much of the Ireland fans doing the right thing and cleaning up after themselves in Paris. And we couldn't help but wonder, just by adding For the Boys in Green and the end of an action, what can you make a large group of Irish men do? I mean, these are guys that probably don't clean up their own gaff, but they're out here in the streets of Paris doing the right thing. So we put the question out on Twitter and we got some pretty strange replies.
That's right, Mikey. One of the strangest replies was actually from our very own Conor Neville, at Conor Neville, almost a political correspondent here at Balls.ie. He said, keep the recovery going for the boys in green, which is contentious to say the least. Now, Tommy AGS really continued with the political undertones. Some really weird replies here. He said, pay your water charges for the boys in green, government secure for the next 5 years. So I'm not sure if we can really say much about that from Tommy there.
No, Damien Hanley, however, went for a bit more random one, and I love this because, I mean, it's just out there. Make chips for the boys in green. Now, does he want the actual group of boys in green to make the chips and disperse them to the crowd? Does he want the locals to make chips and give them to the boys in green? It's all we know is that Damien Hanley wants chips.
Yeah, I'm hungry now as well.
The man just wants chips, and so do I. So a new segment we're bringing to the show is something that we invented in the office and we've been playing along with, but it's so good we had to introduce it to you guys, and we'd love your help as well if you want to play along. It's called Undercover Irishman. What we're looking for is the most blatantly Irish people in situations where you wouldn't maybe typically find Irish fans. You have a few examples for us, Gavin?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've seen the Hungarian news broadcaster hoisted up on the shoulders of mental Irish fans. He got a leprechaun hat for good measure. We saw a couple of Irish fans popping up in the Croatian end of their 1-1 draw with Turkey, roaring on chants in Croat, despite obviously not knowing what they meant. We've had a few more examples. We've had our first League of Ireland flag appearance, glorious scenes. The Iceland end of their 1-1 draw with Portugal. A Galway United flag turns up. Why not, I suppose, in front of a tricolour, in case you were in any doubt as to how Irish these people are. Ploughing a lone furrow there, Galway United Football Club. Love to see that. You have another example from the same game, actually.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Iceland. I was watching Copa 90s, brilliant stuff they're doing with the fans and the fan zones in Paris and around France. But these Iceland fans that they found, they're not Iceland fans, they are Irish. I know these people personally. I play football with these people, so it's quite a surprise to see them included as the Iceland fans. But that's what we're looking for. Be sure to send any our way if you find them. Now, obviously, there's loads of people still in France. That's why it's more important than ever that we bring you our French phrase of the day.
Fait tant mieux, Jacques.
Maybe give it another lash would be more appropriate on a day like today. That's all we've got time for, unfortunately, but before we go, we're going to have a little ceremony here. I think
A
it's
vigil.
only right. A vigil, if you will. We have these lovely Martin O'Neill candles that have been sent in from John Rooney. Thanks for them. Now, this is what our grandmothers would do, and this is what Irish people do in times of strife. So we're going to light a candle for the Italy game and hope that our fortunes turn around.
Thanks very much to John for sending us the candles. I
we do
really love it.
We do love them. Now, that's all we've got time for, so get in touch, use our hashtag, join our Facebook group like the other 12,000 people have done, and if you'd like to win an official Match Replica ball, leave a comment wherever you see this, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Let us know the best reason to be positive going into the Italy game. We'll catch you for the next one. From Mikey and Gavin, see you later.